Today is challenge day. Hello and welcome back to the Fox Strength Performance YouTube channel. I am Taylor Fox, and as you heard, it is challenge day, so doing a farmer's carry and then deadlift challenge after that. This was a day I really wanted to do well on, and I really wanted to be locked in. This was a Wednesday, and I had gone to the gym 4:30 a.m. on Monday. I was like, I don't think this would be a session that I could do. Thankfully, I had overhead press, so I trained that because I really wanted to be locked in for this. I don't think the preparation was really there, given that I've been doing this kind of split shift thing, and I just didn't think like I had like the food ready, hydration. I kind of left work towards the middle of the day and got here. But then also, like, it's been so cold, my hands have been drying out, and I haven't taken the time to really shape my calluses down. So you'll see I'm kind of like grabbing my hands throughout this, but my hands were like ripping in real time with these. So in general, like the weight, 275 per hand, felt very light, but just running with it and the dryness in my hands, like my calluses were tearing, even though it wasn't really a problem holding on to it. So I ended up getting 6, which I wasn't really happy with. I would be much more inclined to think I would get 8 to 10 in that 10 minutes, but I ended up with 6 runs in about 8.5 minutes, and I stopped because I was like, if I do another one, I'm pretty sure callus is going to tear, and then I think I ripped it anyway next week with double overhand axle. So it's like, oh well. But I'm definitely working on like getting that hand health together. And then I just moved on to some deadlifts. So I wasn't really like I need to go heavy, although this was a heavy day. But I did feel like things felt good warming up, and all my singles working up to 705 like felt really good, and I was locked in. And then just 705 didn't really move that well. So I was kind of like, whatever, like, it is what it is for the day. It kind of makes sense based on what my preparation is. So if you come in the gym right and you're like, I'm going to hit a huge PR, and it's not there, you can kind of think like these are the reasons why. And that was the thing, it was just like, it's really not there today. Didn't know if it actually would be there today, and I'm not going to push it. This was kind of the shocking part where I went back down to 639, and that just felt terrible. And I was like, I'm just going to pull a double here and be done with that. So I moved on to the snatch grip thing that is in the 4 Horsemen program. And I modified it a little bit, but overall it's all the same as how Brian wrote it out. So it's 6 reps of snatch grip, and then 10 snatch grip shrugs, followed by then a hold after you finish the shrugs. So I believe I started with 4 reds, so 485 abouts. Not a terribly heavy snatch grip weight, but for this challenge I was like, I feel like I might die at the end with the way I'm running it, so that's where I'm going to start and just be able to get the reps in and move through the rounds rather than do 1 or 2 rounds and then have to change the weight or adjust like how I was doing the strip set, because I'm going to hold here and then I'm going to strip a plate off and go with 3 reds, a 374, and then keep dropping down until I get to 1 plate. And this is pretty brutal. Like, this part was just tough, and I'm probably gonna like adjust to using the WOW straps next time because they dig right into the side of my hand with the metal loop, and it wasn't very comfortable. But overall, like, the weight felt good. Like, deadlifting is just getting to the shrugs was really tough, and then that hold at the end just makes it miserable. But my traps were blown up from this in my upper back, so I think this is a good way to train deadlift and have some fun, like at the end of a session. I don't so much like a lot of like volume on RDLs or double deadlifts after a lot of deadlifting. Get like a lot of like low back pumps, and then it's like I have to deadlift after deadlifting. Like can be tough, but I think something like this, hitting some different aspects of the upper back and the posterior chain, is a good way to kind of push like your progress forward if you're a little stalled on deadlift. So I enjoyed it, and I've always liked snatch grip deadlift. I think it's a big one, and a lot of people you see like the pause deadlift is very trendy now. Sometimes people like deficits, but there can be some like ego lifting in there with like block pulls, just like because it's an easier leverage point to get down to the bar, not necessarily like always like gonna be stronger at certain heights. Like if you start right your sticking point, it can be less advantageous. But as far as like bending over and just grabbing the bar, it feels easier. And you don't see as many people like, hey, I'm gonna do a 6-week wave of snatch grip, and I feel like that's could be a big one because a lot of people just don't train their upper back hard enough. You see like the imbalances, especially with powerlifting, so much bench press, and then like maybe like you're lagging on the squat a little bit, or you have an issue with like your deadlift lockout. It's like you got all the indications right there. Just drive your upper back strength up, and a lot of those issues will probably correct themselves. But here's where it's just like, oh my god, like I don't know if I can do it, but it's just gonna be one plate, so let's get the one plate off and get through this last set. I was like, I'm not even putting straps back on, I'm just gonna do it double overhand. It shouldn't be a problem, but it was just like I don't want to put anything back on, strip the belt off, and then we're gonna get into it. And it, never feel like one plate would feel this hard, but after doing those 3 previous sets, it's like I don't want to do anything more than I have to do at this point. But it's nice doing like the strip set because you get more into the shrugs as you go on. So like 4 plates, it was like a little bit of like body English power shrug, but 2 plates and 1 plate, you're really actually like getting good full reps in on shrugs and really getting that like full muscle activation. So I thought this was a good finisher, and that's what I really liked about this program is like it's just given me a lot of creative ideas on finishers and different ways to implement assistance work and then finish off training and just fall to the floor and collapse. But then we get right back up and do it again next time. But if you guys have any questions or interested in a conjugate program, different sports performance, strongman, powerlifting programs, I do have some stuff available on the website. Or if you want to go check out Four Horsemen, Brian Alsruhe has a great website and a lot of good programs, and you can buy that ebook as well. But until next time, keep lifting those heavy weights and hold strong.